Hey friends, I'm on West 30th Street in 7th Avenue, and we're going to take a short walk to Penn Station from here. The significance of this location is this is the southernmost boundary of what is the so-called Penn District, which is the area surrounding Penn Station. There's going to be a lot of renovation to Penn Station, depending on how much plan they use. It will be between, say, $6 billion to $22 billion. So this area surrounding Penn Station, there's plans for 8 to 10 high-rise, super tall office buildings. And this block here, between 7th and 8th, is slated to have 3 super talls on the on this side of the street where Sticky's is. Also, if there's another plan to expand Penn Station and add about 11 tracks to the south side, so which would be like right under where we're standing now. So all these buildings would have to come down. Now, except for one, there's really no historical landmark building. Of course, it is controversial because businesses and people will have to be displaced, and there'll be lawsuits. But this is kind of a look, and we're going to take a quick walk to the 8th Avenue entrance to Penn Station, which currently, pre-pandemic, is serving about 600,000 passengers a day. That's through Amtrak, New Jersey Transit, Long Island Railroad, and the subways. It was built in 1968. Or it was built in 1910 and rebuilt in 1968, where they basically tore it down but left the below ground structure, which is what we have now. And it was designed for 200,000 passengers. So everyone agrees it needs to be reworked. So anyways, we're going to take a short walk down here. And one of the buildings that is kind of historically significant is this neo-Gothic Church of St. John the Baptist. And we'll take a quick look inside. This building is about 151 years old. And it could come down. Obviously, it would be, a lot of people would be upset by it. Okay, we have to be a little quiet because mass is going on, but you can see it's quite a large building. And I don't want to disturb anybody, so just take a look by the altar. That used to be an entrance to 31st Street. So that was just a brief view inside. What I wanted to point out, up by the altar, there used to be an exit there through the monastery, which is on the other side, and that was the closest entrance to Penn Station. So this there is another church on 31st Street, St. Francis, which now is the nearest church to Penn Station. But all this block, if they go through the plans, it could come down. One of the other aspects of, and there's a lot of moving parts to this project, and one of the initial plans was to tear down Madison Square Garden, which sits over the subterranean part of Penn Station, the original subterranean part, and move it either to Hudson Yards or another location, maybe just west of here. Of course, that would entail a lot more expenses. In that area where the garden is now would be public space, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen at this time. And the idea was that with the some of the revenue or the tax revenue or payment in lieu of taxes, these buildings that would cover the cost of renovating Penn Station. And depending upon what type of plan they're going to do, it could be anywhere from $6 billion to $22 billion. Right now, I think they're spending about $500,000, making some nice improvements to it. But yeah, this is the block that would be radically changed. And the changes would extend like a little bit east and west of this block. Another aspect of the plan is to either reconnect or make a new tunnel between Herald Square, which you have the Broadway line, the 6th Avenue Subway lines. So there's 6 different trains that stop there, and the PATH trains. This place here has been in the news quite a bit. The Molly Wheat Pub, it's been here I think since 1980. This obviously would be lost if they go through with that plan. And although the building's not really historical, it is a neighborhood landmark and gets a lot of business from commuters and people going to events at Madison Square Garden. So anyways, we're about a short block away from the entrance to Penn Station. And I just want to show you across the way is the Farley Post Office building, which is now home to the Moynihan Train Hall. It still has the post office in there. Beautiful building, built in the style of the original Penn Station. So here's the 8th Avenue entrance, one of the 8th Avenue entrances to Penn Station. And this side is where usually New Jersey Transit trains, tracks 1 through 4, board from here. And of course right above it is Madison Square Garden, which this is I believe the 4th location for it. But it has been here for 60 years. And they've done some nice upgrades to it, but it is 60 years old. But it would be an enormous cost to tear it down and rebuild it. So anyways, we're going to enter Penn Station. This is the main hall used by Amtrak and Jersey Transit. Of course, with the opening of Moynihan Train Hall, a lot of the Amtrak passengers board over there, which is just 1 block west. Long Island Railroad would be at the lower level here. And the plan here is to make it 1 level and just have very high ceilings and just open up the space. It is kind of maze-like, and for first-time travelers here, Coming off the train, it can be a little intimidating, and wayfinding is not easy. Part of me kind of likes it. I kind of like exploring it. There's a lot going on right now in other parts of the station. But in the middle here, there used to be the old school Solari boards, the clickety-clack type machines for boarding information. They were used all over the world, airports, train stations. There may be one left in Trenton. I've been trying to research that. But it was right in the middle here, right between these sets of escalators, and it was a great place to meet people. If you have visitors coming to the city, just like meet under the board. And I would still recommend people, if you're coming in from New Jersey and you're going to meet your friends from Manhattan, to meet in this central area, right near tracks 11 and 12, and just wait here for your party to pick you up. I mean, this is rush hour. It's not like super crazy, with the expanded space at Moynihan Train Hall. This is mostly New Jersey Transit passengers waiting for trains. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to do another update. I tend to maybe walk the 33rd Street side from 6th to 9th Avenue, and we'll talk more about this project. There's a lot of conflicting information about it. It's a constantly changing project, but again, thanks for watching, and have a great day.